Hello everyone, this is Karthik. Welcome back. Welcome back to the second video. Like I have mentioned before, the goal of this video series is to allow people know what is happening in the field of AI, what is the impact of AI on the society. So today our topic is vibe coding. So there is a new term that is floating around in social media in the field of AI. It's named as vibe coding. Let us try to understand what is vibe coding. Uh, Before starting, considering the feedback given by my friends and well-wishers earlier, this time I have made proper arrangements for light. Hope it is better than before. So let's start. So like I always do, I would like to explain things giving an analogy or a small backstory. So let us try to understand what is vibe coding. So let us try to understand what is coding also before. So let us go back to around 30-35 years. So if you see most of the jobs at that time in 1995 2000 around time frame, good jobs, white collar jobs, were dependent upon your skill to operate computers. So you need not code also at that time. It's just using computer. If you know how to use computer, you will have a good decent enough job. That IT was booming at that time in India, and at that time IT means mostly usage of computers. So my father moved from physical typewriter to a computer where he types and the whatever he is typing comes on a word document and then he can correct it. So that was the first time I was introduced to computer. So earlier he was using typewriter, now he was using computer. So most of the jobs at that time were depending upon whether you know how to use computer or not. I also remember at that time my father used to say that many of his friends quit bank job to do some course, computer course, so that they can move to the new field of IT. And many were successful also in doing so, and many settled down in US, my father's friends. So at that time, learning to operate computer was a big skill, which would give you some good career. So 20 years down the line, we know all our generation, we used computers for the first time, probably in our colleges. We may have seen the computers in colleges, but we had personal computers for the first time during our college time frame. And we all know that most of our jobs and whatever we are today is because of coding or programming. So you learn how, first level was learn how to use computers, and the next level was to code the computers. Basically, do something on a computer using programming, whether it is Java, C, C++, Python. Each role has different amount of coding, but coding is a mandatory skills. I know a lot of my friends during my college days. They have done their graduation in mechanical engineering, chemical engineering. So they are also working in software industry now. So basically, most of our jobs or skills were using computers and programming. So now we are entering into a new phase that's called that's recently termed a new term has been coined named as vibe coding, and it is coined by a person named as Andrej Karpathy. So he is a very influential figure in the field of AI. He has coined this term called as vibe coding. So what is vibe coding? So you all are aware of ChatGPT. You might be asking some questions to solve problems. Some people might be already using it for coding. So what is vibe coding is you have a problem to solve. You don't even look at the code that is generated by the ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Cloud, whatever. You don't even look at the code. You ask a question, whatever code it gives, you copy paste it. You try to see whether you are getting the result or not. If you are not getting the result, look at the error. Again paste the error. Based on the error, the ChatGPT or any LLM will update the code. You copy paste it again and use it. So in such a way, you are not at all understanding the code also. So 1.5 hour, 1.5 year before, even I am using AI tools daily. I ask a question, it gives me a code. I try to understand the code, what it is giving. So what is the syntax it is using and all that, and then make modifications to it according to my need. So LLMs were not very good. Sometimes the code was not even compiling, even though the structure was correct, it was not compiling. So I was trying to understand and make fixes and make it work. That was also improving my productivity because I need not think about syntax or the code organization. But it was not perfect. But now the LLMs, especially the LLMs that can generate code, have reached a stage where you don't need to look at the code also. So this is called as vibe coding. Basically, people are building websites, people are building games, people are building websites like Flipkart. As some of my you be aware, wherever you are having a project of website development, there is something called as front end. For front end, you use different language. There is something called as back end. There is something called as databases. So many different components are involved, and there are special roles like front end developer, back end developer, database administrator. So many different kinds of roles are there. People may know what is happening on the other side, but they are good at only one thing. So imagine just by vibe coding, you are able to develop a full website. So that is the level to which coding has reached now, and this is called as vibe coding. So basically, you just go with the flow. You don't try to understand what's happening. Eventually, you will get what you want. There are hundreds of videos on YouTube. You can go through them. People are giving live demonstrations how they are developing games, how they are developing websites. My idea is to introduce this concept called as vibe coding. So because of which more people can start doing things. So some people may argue that this may cause loss of jobs. We eventually don't know what exactly will happen because the field is changing at a very rapid pace. But you can see that people who don't know programming at all can also think about creating a website. Suppose they have an idea, they are doing a small business. Okay, suppose somebody is running a tiffin parlor. Okay, from their friends, or when they go to big restaurants or big businesses, they understand that okay, if I have this website, it will be good for me. That's all. They don't know what is a website and all, but they know that if they have a website, it will be good for their business. So they can also develop a website now without knowing the intricacies of what is a website, what are the technologies behind website and all. Of course, there are some challenges. These LLMs or these ChatGPT kind of tools are very good at giving code that is already done. Suppose some people have developed thousands of websites. So based on those developed websites, it is trying to create a new website. But if somebody is trying to improve the website development, making it faster or making it even better, so that kind of problems it may not solve. But still, it will be enough for so many people to venture into problem solving. So that's how I see these AI tools. So they enable more people to come into the programming fold, and we are going to a stage where we don't need to see the code at all. Basically, you should have simple logical thinking. If you have done mathematics in your 7th grade, 8th grade, you will have some logical thinking. You just have to read a few things to understand what's going on at a very higher level, and just you can jump in and develop things. So that's it, guys. I want to introduce to this term called as vibe coding. Please comment, please like if this is helpful, if you are learning something new, and also comment on the topic. Please share your moments when you have got first introduced to the computers. So also comment, is programming your major skill for your career? What are the other skills? Also please comment like what do you feel will be the impact of these tools on our human society. Thank you very much. Hope this video is better in quality than before. Keep watching. Enjoy.